I want to make another video demonstrating a non-charging system for the 2003 Nissan Frontier. Currently we have 202,954 miles. We can see we have a check engine light. That is because of a low voltage. When the vehicle is being driven and the RPM rises above 1500 RPM, the charge light will come off. Now you can see that the RPM is below 1500. If I should step on the accelerator, the battery light goes away, telling us that the system is charging. But once the accelerator has been released, you can see the battery light and the brake light turns on. This is notifying us that the alternator is not charging. Since we have been driving in rainy condition, most likely water got into the alternator and caused a short circuit condition, or maybe damaged the volt regulator, which is most of the time prone to failure, or worn out brushes. So if you should have this situation, it is best for you to continue to drive the car to the next automotive repair center, mechanic shop, or to your home where you could fix it yourself. In our event, we're going to be fixing it ourselves. In the video description, there's more links on how to rebuild your alternator and changing that regulator. So this is the video I want to show you. As you can see, now we'll come off the accelerator, look at the RPM, it drops and the volt light comes on. Now when I step on the accelerator, the light goes away. Let's take the alternator out and look inside and see what's causing this electrical low voltage on the 2003 Nissan Frontier D22. The best thing to do at this time, since the vehicle is driving, is to turn off the overdrive. This way the transmission could operate in 3 gears, allowing the RPM to most of the time ride above 1500 RPM, so the alternator could charge. Now turning off the overdrive and continue driving on the highway, you will experience a little more gas consumption. But our goal here is to maintain a charging system so we could get to our destination. In order to do so, that's why we turn off the overdrive, turn off the headlights, and other unnecessary things like radio, battery chargers, to conserve the electric energy for the battery so the vehicle can be driven to its destination. Now we have gotten to our destination. We want to take a voltage test on the charging system from the battery by connecting the 2 terminals, the positive and negative terminals. And as you can see, we're getting approximately 11, a little bit above 11 volts. If I should increase the RPM on the engine, so the voltage does not increase, but according to the vehicle instrument panel, it's showing that as the RPM increase, the voltage increase, but that is not the case. So we have to take that alternator out and inspect it, see what's going on. And I just want to disclose with you, this is one of the worst engines I've ever had in a vehicle. This Nissan VG33E. I want you to listen to the cheap valve trim. You hear how it's rattling? It's a garbage engine. I wouldn't recommend it. Here we are with the alternator removed and the back cover detached from its housing. So what's important is you see those screws, these 8mm nuts and these 4 8mm bolts. that anchor the rear housing to the front housing is the first thing you want to remove, and just tap the housing off of the alternator. This is going to free the rear cover from the bridge rectifier, regulator, and all these components, so it could be separated. If you don't detach these nuts, it's going to damage all these stuff when you're banging it for removal. So let's take a closer look. When we look inside here, now when we look in there, you could see the brush is not touching the slip ring, and the slip ring looks like it's kind of damaged. So we're going to have to remove the stator seal with the backboard, all this completely into one, because you can see it's all soldered right here. So if you want to remove this back cover here from this, you have to separate these solders from these 4 wires here, and then this will be able to come off. But you don't want to do that right now. You just want to take a look at the brush communicator, the brushes on the slip ring on the armature, to see the condition. So here you can see one of the brush is completely wiped out and the other one is good. And this is a slip ring that we have done approximately 2 years, 9 months ago. So this alternator has endured for approximately 3,900 miles, and the slip ring is still in good condition. So it'll be better for us to maybe buy a new brush and regulator and replace it. Let's see if we get that. If not, we're going to have to buy a whole new alternator. In the video description, there's more videos discussing these alternators.